All right, after all the noise, right? Oh, yeah, TJ. There's quite a few of those homages. Uh, One that I'm not sure about, but I'm not sure if I want to reveal it to spoil. A little spoiler. Dana might have caught it, or possibly if it. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just get into it. We saw the movie a little earlier today. We we caught like the earliest show ever. It was like 11. Well, it was 11:30 or 11:25, but the movie didn't start till almost noon because of there was like two or three times where it was saying it was starting and then it went into commercials. After about five or six trailers, so it was very exhausting as far as that. Um, I didn't. I guess I'm not really sure if I formed an opinion as of yet, but I mean, I didn't dislike it. I'm just not sure, you know, if I like it enough to, want to see it again. Oh, maybe I'll have to check it out. I haven't seen one of his in a while. I just haven't watched them. But it's a it's a very weird family, I would say, uh, that live in this gigantic. I guess I can't remember. Is it New York or Los Angeles? I would. It's with earthquakes. I think it's California. So, but this is a gigantic apartment. It's bigger than my house, like about two or three times, about twice as big as the house. Um, but anyway, and then like the mother is a tattooist, I guess. The one boy, I'm not sure if he was always a boy. I really don't know. And he's very he could be a boy, could have been born a girl. I just don't really know, but it doesn't matter. But it's just kind of odd. And then the girl is kind of butchy with her hair short and stuff. And then there's a little bitty girl. And then we get to I guess I don't know about an Evil Dead movie that starts with a pregnancy test in the first 2 minutes of the movie, but uh oh. But all the good parts that work, you gonna take care of him or okay? Thank you. But all the good parts at work, obviously, are just stuff in Evil Dead lore. Uh, Instead of like the reel to reel tape, the guy finds some LPs, some albums. I guess this guy recorded them in 1922, and then they were locked up with the Book of the Dead. So, and then of course now it's pretty warm. It was freaking cold this morning, and I'm burning up back here. This room doesn't have any air conditioning. Well, it does, but it doesn't really work too well. Oh, Brandon's having a fit. But the Deadites are a little weird and different looking in this. And there was one thing that they said in the movie that there's three known copies of the Necronomicon. So uh, Jean Claude Jean Claude fan. I'm gonna give it like a C plus or a B minus. Hello, Johnny. I don't think you'll be disappointed, or I mean, don't get it over. It's not terrible. Yeah, and then there's like some twists and stuff as far as what happens and stuff. As far as the Deadites and stuff, and like they were saying, yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's referring to like the Bruce Campbell Evil Dead movies and then the 2013 movie and this one, or what that's referencing. Because I mean, obviously each copy is a little different looking. This one has like these tentacle things that hold the book together, that lock the book together. They look like teeth. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure of how I feel about the movie yet. But I mean, as far as just watching a good movie, it was good. Yeah, I mean, obviously it connects it loosely connects the movies in a way, but not a bad way to spend a Saturday morning or afternoon. Definitely have seen worse and gotten really upset wanting to leave the theater. I don't know if I've ever left the theater, uh, but I think I might have, but I can't even remember what it would have been now. But and then last weekend I was busy. I finally got all these since my fence blew down and I temporarily repaired it. What's going on? Okay, Brandon's upset. But anyway, the fence blew down. I temporarily stacked it up and then put it up. It fell down again, and I put it up again. And then now I had time. I bought like $800 worth of stuff to put it in, and I put a couple segments up last Saturday, and I got completely drenched in sweat and sunburnt. My head was peeling earlier this week, and then yeah, to me that movie at the end is like, what's all this bullshit? It was just a waste of my time. Yeah, matinee. I never go anymore at nights because I can't stay up late anymore for the most part. But so I did this morning. I got up and put a segment in before after I got back from the gym, and hopefully that'll. Brandon is being naughty. Is he eating? Mm. Yeah, I mean that would have been fun. Definitely wasn't. There was like three or four other people in the theater at 11:30 noon to see the movie, so it wasn't. Yeah, that's the only good part about seeing a movie. Um, you know, opening Friday or something. But you know, sometimes it's just I don't know. I'm just too lazy anymore and too tired after a whole week of work going out. Wow, that'd be a long sometime, but not that I'm aware of. I don't recall any fake shimps, but it's possible. I will say this, and not to give out any specific details. It's possible that Bruce Campbell is in this movie in some way. Definitely, it shows that him and Sam Raimi are producers, which I doubt that. Yeah, yeah, but I mean, I really just think. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing that's name only bullshit. Trying to remember. I did watch a movie last night. I've had it a couple of weeks. I think it's called uh, Consecration. I can't pronounce it. The It's about the nuns. Conscient. What? How you say it, Dana?
What now?
Something about nuns. Concentrate.
Consecration?
Consecration. It's like a game show. Concentration. Consecration. Whoa. Well, you can see it that way. That's not too bad. But it has a weird start to it, but you don't know what that this scene happens, and you go, "What's this? I've never quite seen this scene before in this type of movie." But and I don't know if people care about this movie without those two involved. We'll have to wait and see the box office. Um, but this girl gets notification that her brother was he was a priest, and he killed another priest and then jumped off this thing to his death. So of course she's a little upset. So she comes there, and then she has a really messed up background. She was adopted, and then they ended up putting her and her step brother in like dog cages, and the mother was locked up in a cage, and the father was like keeping them there and stuff. And then there's a reason why, but they let it. You have to kind of watch the movie. It kind of unfolds a little bit here and there, and then it gets to a point where we learn what's going on as far as what's special about this girl and stuff. I'm trying to. It was Jeannie Malone. I'm not sure if she's Scottish or not, but she puts on her Scottish accent was off-putting. So I don't know if that's her real voice or real accent. Um, and then that off-put was kind of off-putting, and then or she's American and doing a Scottish accent, and that was why it was weird. But I don't know. But it was pretty good for a kind of a horror in a monastery kind of movie. I'm not really sure if it's out where it's out. It seems like it should be something. It almost seems like it should have been released to theaters, probably overseas or something. Uh, Scotland, UK, maybe. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of like the Unwelcome movie that will be on Shutter here at some point, which is kind of like I said. It was kind of like someone said it was like Straw Dogs and Ghoulies, which that dog's out there. He shush.
Oh, it sounds like there's something out there out front.
Well, could have been the mailman. You you got one free yell for free. Oh boy. Yeah, this is going to be a great stream. Yeah, this is not fun. Got too much craziness around here with the dogs. But anyway, uh, I watched a Blu-ray Dana got me for Christmas. I think it was The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes from Eureka, and it was funny because early this morning on Pluto, I was watching turning the channels, and it was on there. Is that Dana or a screensaver background?
Oh,
Oh, you talking about the poster, or that's her poster she got signed by Sam Raimi? I put it in the front of all my posters for display purposes. Huh. There you go. I'm more of a Sherlock Bones guy. I like to watch the dog do stuff, the kids show, puppets. But you know, but when I was a real young kid, they used to show that on TV, and they used to show it on the late night movie, which was cut down to like 70 minutes. And this is about a 2 hour and 5 minute movie, so they cut the shit out of it. And in actuality, when they made it, it was going to be a 3 hour or something movie, and they cut out a bunch of it before they even released it. So I haven't checked out any of those extras other than listening to Christopher Lee talk about it. He said he liked Billy Wilder was his favorite director and stuff. I actually do. I came back in the good old days of in eBay. I got a original Private Life of Sherlock Holmes poster for like really like under $20, probably less than 15 or so. And I mean, it's pretty good shape. It has a bunch of stamps on the back of it from I don't know. I guess from maybe where it had been or something. I can't remember what they were. I'd have to look at it again. It's in that mess of posters. So, but oh boy, I think we're gonna lock all the dogs up next time we do any streams because insane right now. I don't think much. Well, there's a couple things I'm waiting for to get, but I haven't got yet. Oh boy. Hmm. Wow. The I'm just finding something about the drive-in delirium sets. I mean, I got a bunch of them. I'm not sure if I think I skipped out on one, maybe the action one or something, but it looks like they have a whole set of them for like they originally were 90 some dollars, but they're well, well, actually, I don't really know if this is all of them together, but it says it's 942 trailers, 30 hours. But it's out of stock, so I don't know if it'll ever come back in stock. But anyway, they marked it down from $92 to 35 on DVD Delirium. Uh, I don't know. Always plan on doing things. You know, doing a. I was going to do a video about this spinning rack that I bought, and I just lost interest in it. Um, some hard stuff, hard days at work and stuff like that. So I don't know. I haven't really made any other videos in a long time. Uh, I'm chasing the dream of a restful period of time to recharge, and I've never quite achieved that yet. I don't know if I ever will. I don't know why it's so hard for me to get that, but haven't gotten it yet. Maybe one of these days, uh, even when I'm off, I should be able to do that. Uh, I'm going to take a week off for 4th of July week, but what is this? Latest arrivals. I saw this. I mean, I heard about this, but where is this coming from? Uh, the 4K of Phantasm.
that coming out?
Well, it's overseas. It's not a. But the 4K says it's all region. But I'm not trusting some random people to release a Blu-ray. Well, uh, I hate to disappoint everybody, but I do not have a hentai collection. So that would be a very short thing. Now, nunsploitation, I have a few, but unfortunately, most of mine are digital. But I did have the Severance set, and then there's a couple more that I have, like the other Hell, which I want to rewatch soon. But yeah, I'm actually going to redo some of this because of I moved the posters there, and I got that spinning rack. I want to refill. I want to redo the order of the Blu-rays and 4Ks. I want to kind of start way over here with the A's and kind of go across and do that because right now it's just a big mess. I'll have to look into that. Wow. Well, yeah. Well, if it's still available, I mean, if you're interested in trailers, it's. I got the very first set that was. I don't know if it was. I think it might have been two sets, but they were like $45 a piece, and but I like those. I haven't watched them in a while, but I probably need. I like to. I do not trust anyone. Well, I mean, it might not be something where they care, but I don't want to take a chance with their guy's channel. So I already screwed it up on their the other channel. I think uh, in the near future, the Discord channel seems to be the best option to do any streaming where you don't have to worry about anything. I do not have that. I'm aware of it, but I did. I don't even recall if I've ever seen it all the way through. Uh, that's one non-exploitation movie I do not have. But I am kind of interested in this. Uh-oh. Well, you could search worse terms, so you know that's just kind of like a yellow. Don't get into the red terms. You'll be scarred. Um, Apparently, Severn's releasing a documentary called "Clones of Bruce Lee." Oh, Bran. Oh, let me go get you.
It's no use, Steve. It's
Well,
gonna keep on going.
don't get in there.
I'm about ready to make him go in the living room.
No Sister Act either.
What?
There has to be all kinds of nun movie stuff, and that would be torture for me.
It's like, oh, that's funny.
Well, but yeah, the Clones of Bruce Lee documentary, and then it's possible that they'll be releasing. Maybe they're releasing a box set of some the Bruce exploitation movies. But I'm always a big fan of watching that stuff. So they had a real cool poster of it on Twitter with all the different guys. I mean, Bruce Lee was the main Bruce Lee guy. Uh oh.
That's it.
Brandon's been physically removed. She's she's getting him. He's been kicked out.
They won't be
And of course, there's also the possibility of a Black Emmanuel set coming out, but I'm not really sure what's going on that front. But I'll be definitely interested in seeing something like seeing that come out. I am waiting for. I guess that ain't coming out for quite a while. The the extraterrestrial visitor set. I think it's probably coming out in May, which is always lovely. I guess I could have got. Whoa. Well, the T-shirt got sold out. The "I am a Virgin Islander" is sold out now. So yeah, this ain't getting released until the end of freaking July or June. Yeah, I got the plushie. You know it. I got the whole. I got the little bundle thing. So I'm gonna probably wear "I'm a Virgin Islander" shirt, and and I think you get a soundtrack with it too. I don't know, but that'll be fun. I actually watched the Pod People episode on YouTube with Mystery Science Theater, and it's pretty, it's one of the best ones, and it's the only bad part is, of course, is a little later in the day, and so I passed out. But it happens. Ah, lovely, 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 lovely. Uh-oh. I was, yeah, but I don't know, man. Sleeping is the only kind of big pleasure I have in life at the moment. So I overindulge, but then I can't go back to sleep. So it's kind of shitty. But anyway, I am looking at the Vinegar Syndrome. I'm definitely going to get this Vacations of Terror 1 and 2, the Mexican horror films. But, they got 6,000 copies of those things. So I don't think I have to worry about them selling out. And either way, most of these things are going to be, they go to other websites for sale as well. So I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. And I think probably you'll get the same price. Or, maybe later on it'll be, I don't, well, with that many, I don't know. I don't know how they would, I don't know what that their limitation means. Does that mean is this limited to 6,000 in the world, or just to their website? I don't know, but I don't think they're going to get rid of 6,000 copies of that. So we'll see. I have some rips of the Vacations of Terror, but I was like, I don't know. I never got into it because it seems a little kiddie, so I never got into it enough to see if it's decent or not. But I heard that the second one is better than the first one, which is good. Dana's giving him the riot act, and the poor dog can't hear anything. Oops. Uh. Hmm. And I did hear about the Bruce Lee set from Arrow, but it's only going to be from Arrow, or I mean Arrow UK. So I'm a little hesitant, and I don't know. Also, uh, so apparently they are according to Diabolic, the discs are the 4Ks are all region, so that's good. But but it includes Into the Dragon, but it's just going to be a Blu-ray of it, so you're not going to get anything better than what we have now, probably. But I don't know. I don't know if I really. I'm kind of. I bought the Shout Factory editions and the Criterion. I'm not really looking to buy more, so I don't know. And $140 or whatever it is, that's what they're showing right now. That's kind of a big chunk. So I'll probably will not be upgrading relatively soon. Wow, you can pre-order the Trumpy movie from Diabolic for $25, but with shipping it'd be 30, 31. So pretty. I don't know. It sounds pretty good to me. But again, they're not coming out for quite a while. Uh, ooh, not really. Eh, probably. Oh, I did order the Gothic horror set, which off of Amazon because it was a couple dollars cheaper than anywhere else at the time. So I'm wanting to check out definitely some of those. I did check out. Hello, hello, Steve. So I told this on there on the podcast that we recorded last weekend, which I need to put. The Eurocult podcast. I need to put it together and have it out. So maybe it'll be out by this week sometime. I was listening to a podcast. This was an old episode, like last year. I just happened to put it on a drive and put it in the car. It's the Hello, it's the Doom Show, and they were talking to Rachel Nesbitt, who does a lot of stuff in the UK, like other commentaries and stuff. But they were talking. She picked a couple movies, and she picked. Well, it doesn't really matter what she picked, but they were talking about. Well, no, they talked about Beyond the Darkness, and then one of them mentioned offhanded that there was a movie called The Third Eye with Franco Nero, was kind of like the pretty much Beyond the Darkness is a remake of that film. So I was like, wow, that's interesting. I have the movie, but I've never watched it, and so I put it in, and it pretty much is the skeleton of Beyond the Darkness, except without any that much sleaze in it and nudity and all that stuff. It was kind of interesting to watch. The one thing was that Franco Nero in this movie, it's like 1966, so he's young. I don't know if he's it's the same year he did Django, I think, or it's before Django, but around that time period. And he's real skinny, and his head look gigantic. His head looks bigger than my head. It's just, and then there's several scenes in the film where I don't know if the director told him to do these things or not, but he overacts so incredibly. It's just really crazy. His reactions to something. So, and I know it was in one of the sets that came out. I think it might have been an Arrow kind of gothic horror set. I think. I'm not really. I can't recall what it was, but. And then I also saw Arrow is releasing another Giallo set, but it's all re-releases again. So Reggie's being a bad boy. Everybody's being bad, but it has like uh, what is it? Something about the perfume of the strange or whatever. The perfume of the Lady in Black or whatever, and Death Walks at Midnight and Death Carries a Cane, which those two movies came out as a set, which I have. So I'm not, I guess, and it's a real light blue set, which doesn't really go. I think they should have picked a slightly different color or something. I don't know who's going to be buying that set, but if you don't have them, definitely, or look and see if you can get the older set because they did release a standard version of that. Uh, I forgot what it's called. Is it called Damsels in Distress? I can't recall what it was. Something like that. I don't see much. I mean, there ain't much that I see here on Diabolic coming up, but they probably will announce a bunch of stuff before some more stuff. I went ahead and ordered the John Wick Steelbook from Amazon. The Ghost 6 Steelbook from Amazon. It looks like it's coming out in July. When is this? May, June. Went ahead and ordered the last Starfighter 4K. Well, yeah. I mean, I have like the real cheapo Blu-ray of it, and then they announced a bunch of the Mission Impossible movies. I went ahead and I'm a big fan of the second one that John Woo directed. Is it the second one, right? Yeah. I know a lot of people don't think that's very good, but I'm a big fan of that one. I really think it, with all the music and all the imagery of John Woo's style and stuff, I really like that one. So right now they're like really expensive, like $31 or something. Hopefully they'll come down. If not, I might cancel it and wait. I'll wait until it gets a little cheaper. I mean that's too much for one film, in my opinion. And I recently got, I think they're still out there available, as the recent Planet of the Apes movies, all three of them for like $18 or something. I gave like $19.99 or $20 for them, so you can get them cheaper for that. I'm a big fan of the number 2 and number 3, Dawn and War. I think I really like those. I haven't watched them in a while, but probably will watch them at some point here. I need to watch more 4Ks because I got the 4K of Maltese Falcon. I need to try to watch that tomorrow because it's taken forever to watch some films. I mean, I've had the one movie Dana got me, that Sherlock Holmes movie, since Christmas. So no, it came out. I think it came out maybe a month after.
Yeah, I had to get it from the UK.
Yeah, she had to get it from Marika, so it took But either way, it took a while. It wasn't released at that point, I think. Well, if anybody got any questions or anything, let me know, because my brain is getting fried off of Prime. And looking at a couple things. I finished up this show I watched on Tubi called Siberia, and I was just looking for something to watch. So, and I was searching their catalog. So it's this show called Siberia, and it was made in 2015. I think it's Canadian. I'm not really. It's hard to tell. I haven't really looked it up or nothing. But it's like a fake survivor show, and they get all these weird, well, standard people that you would have in Survivor, and they put them in Siberia, and I guess it's during the summer because it ain't snow on the ground, and they have to do tasks and stuff like that. But then weird shit happens. Like one of the guys just gets killed, and then they think they see some creature out in the woods and stuff. And it's about, I think it's 10 episodes long. And I'm very doubtful. I would almost bet money that they improvise their lines a lot of the time because of the way they talk and stuff. It just did not seem like something that someone would write. Um, but anyway, it kind of made me upset a little bit because the ending, I was hoping it would be a definite ending, but it was kind of a teaser for another season of it, which never came. So we'll never find out exactly what happened. We found out a little bit, but not a lot. But I'm on to. Let me see. I'm gonna watch the Dead Ringers show on Amazon, and then there's another show called The Power. Because Mandalorian is over, and then Star Trek Picard ended, which was pretty good as far as from the previous seasons of that. It was shit, and then it got better this season, obviously with the old cast all getting back together, and Tiffany Shepis was a big major part of the show. Yes, I mean, well, her husband was a producer on the show, which is kind of, but yeah. Yeah, I know. But at least when it's fake, you know some shit's gonna happen and it ain't gonna be boring. I mean, I don't know. I don't really watch those type of shows any longer. I watched the first couple years of Survivor and I got bored and uninterested. Uh, and I've seen commercials and stuff about the other kind of similar shows, but I'm just I never watch anything live hardly anyway. It's always after the fact. But it's one of those things. It's one of those things. I'm kind of watching, or in the middle of watching this Chinese sci-fi movie called The Wandering Earth 2. The first one was on Netflix. I don't know if this one will be on it or not. They have always, they really have some crazy ideas. I mean, this one is basically the sun is going to explode within 100 years or something. So instead of, I mean, actually it's going to engulf the entire solar system. So what they do is they build all these engines and stuff on Earth, and then they move Earth. They're going to move Earth to another star. It's kind of crazy. But this one is the prequel to it, which is kind of strange. But and it's super long. I forgot. It's well over 2 hours, maybe even more. I don't know. I'm watching it in chunks, so I don't want to spend that much time with a movie if I don't have to. But I think I might go ahead and take off real early right now. Dana, you doing a stream later?
At 7, I'm doing a Who Knows You're Alone watch
Oh boy.
with Tom Hanks.
So my wife Dana's doing a watch along for He Knows You Alone on Evil Dead Chick on YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to check that out and watch that type of film, which I'm not a big fan, with Tom Hanks in it for 5 minutes. Bosom Buddies is a better debut, but either way, thanks for watching, and check the old Facebook page for the next show. I'm being a little bit restrictive as far as when I do shows and stuff, because I do the recordings every other week with Eurocult and then this, so I'm trying to maybe do one a weekend, and then so this may be 2 weeks before I do another show. It's kind of here and there because this depends because sometimes I get overloaded and can't really think of anything. Can't think, so I want to shut down. But anyway, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Thank you very much, and we'll be back next time. Peace.